This is a review of the Fluke 17B digital multimeter. It's kind of a special meter from Fluke. It's actually not available in the Americas. It's meant for the Chinese domestic market. Alright, let's go see what's inside this box. So, let's see. A little bit of advertising. And looks like a user's manual. Not looking too promising, except maybe it's in English in the back here. Ha! It is. Well, might not be for export, but looks like there's an English manual. Very nice. Let's see. Probably a certification. That's great. Probably some instructions on what not to do with your meter. Good stuff. Some regulatory information. This is probably the warranty, which isn't going to work in North America, but let's take a look at the meter. Nice poly wrap bag. There she is. Well, it sure looks like a Fluke meter. That's pretty good to know. Classic yellow case. Well, we'll take a big look at that in a second. What else do you get in the box? Some leads. That's good. They got a protector. They're probably pretty sharp. Good stuff. And a thermal sensor. So this meter can take temperature. That's kind of handy. And that's it. Alright, let's take a close look at the meter. How is the meter? Looks like it's got AC volts. Good. It's right out of the box. DC volts, millivolts, resistance, capacitance, current, milliamps, microamps. Oh yeah, this is definitely really good for electronics design. And temperature. Batteries. Alright. Looks like a couple double A's. Good stuff. Alright, well this is definitely a decent meter actually. We got the ceramic fuses. They are a lot better in overload than glass fuses, which kind of explode all over the place when they really get stressed, so that's good. Well there you go, German made fuse. So they haven't stinted on their supply chain. The classic Fluke attachment point for their jacks. That looks very standard. And classic all-in-one controller here that runs the LCD, and I suspect it probably does pretty much all the other measurements as well. Our little tone beeper here for the ohm rating. And down here, nice precision loop of wire, probably for current sensing. And well, yeah, it looks like there's some miscellaneous parts here. We got an oscillator, probably controls a little processor inside the product. And otherwise, pretty clean build quality. Alright, let's take a peek at the other side of the board here. Alright, so some pretty heavy greasing with some dielectric grease on the switches here. That'll keep them, I guess, lasting a good time. Enig plated, basically gold plating on the contacts there. That's awesome. Looks like there's a zebra stripe attachment for the display. That's pretty darn standard. And there we can see when it was designed. Looks like it's 2005. Alright, well for this test we'll use my Lab B&K Precision Power Supply. Decent little supply. Yeah, unfortunately I don't have the money to spring for a 5-digit Agilent meter, but we'll take a look at my previous great Chinese buy, a Uni T 81B, and we'll take a peek with the Fluke and see how she correlates. So the real nice thing about the 9110 supply is you can actually adjust it in really precise increments. Alright, so as you can see, both meters are in reasonable agreement. We have 10 volts on the power supply nominally, and they're measuring a couple of millivolts lower. No surprise, the power supply meters on most power supplies are a little bit off. Put 11 volts in, and yeah, pretty close. Let's put 20 volts into the thing. And yeah, pretty good correlation. So move volt down, and yeah, pretty decent. Let's play with millivolts. Let's put 50 millivolts into it, and let's see if she ranges down properly. 50.02. Yeah, pretty sweet. You can see the Uni-T isn't so good of a meter. It I don't think it has auto ranging this thing, but let's move it down a bit. Yeah, good, excellent, good correlation. So what can I say? It's a voltmeter. Alright, well, one thing I didn't actually realize you got with this thing was a temperature sensor, and it's probably a small thermistor, it looks like, at the very end there, and kind of handy. Often temperature is pretty important in electronics design, so let's see, 29, almost 30 above in my lab. Yeah, it's a pretty hot summer day today, and that correlates to my rather cheap and cheerful lab thermometer I bought a few years ago just to see how crazy hot it got in here in the summer, and yeah, I could probably use some air conditioning here. Alright, well, that works pretty slick. So, basically, I think we're looking at a really well-priced meter. It's around $100.